Welcome to It's Not Just Menopause, the podcast that empowers you to navigate midlife with confidence through real talk, root cause insights, and no BS strategies that actually work. If you're dealing with fatigue, stubborn weight, brain fog, or just feeling off and overlooked, this show is for you. Discover what's really going on with your hormones and why it's not just about estrogen. Each episode breaks down what your doctor didn't explain, the internet got wrong, and what your body's been trying to tell you all along. From stress and metabolism to nervous system support and functional nutrition, we'll cover the tools that help you feel more like yourself, again, without restrictive diets, overwhelming plans, or hormone hype. I'm your host, Cindi, functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist. I'm here to guide you through the midlife noise so you can stop guessing, get the clarity you deserve, and finally take back control of your health. If you've ever felt dismissed, overwhelmed, or like your body just isn't responding the way it used to, you're in the right place. Let's rewrite the menopause story without the fluff. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of It's Not Just Menopause. Today we're going to be talking about something that I don't think really gets enough airtime, and it's rest. And not sleep, not meditation, not self-care Sunday. I mean actual permission-given, unapologetic rest, and why it might be the most misunderstood tool in your menopause and perimenopause toolkit. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you rested without guilt? Not because you were sick, not because you collapsed from exhaustion, but because you chose it, because your body asked for it and you actually said yes. And if you're laughing right now, I hear you, because most of the women I work with have a complicated relationship with rest. It feels lazy. It feels like giving up. It feels like falling behind. And here's the thing, that feeling, it makes complete sense. You've spent 40 plus years being rewarded for doing more, showing up, pushing through, getting it done. But here's what nobody told you. The rules changed when your hormones did. So in perimenopause and menopause, your body's tolerance for stress drops significantly. Okay? That's not a mindset issue. That's physiology. Okay? We already know this. I talk about it all the time. As estrogen and progesterone decline, your nervous system becomes more reactive. So when I say that stress hits us harder, that's what it does, is because we don't have that buffer anymore. And so we react to it instantly. And your cortisol levels get harder to regulate, and your body's ability to recover from output, mental, physical, emotional, slows way down. So what worked at 32 does not work at 46. Before we get back to today's episode, I've got a quick question for you. Feel like your body's in chaos, but your labs are normal? You're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. If you've been told it's just menopause or to wait it out, it's time for real answers. Take my free quiz, What's Really Driving Your Menopause Symptoms. In under 2 minutes, you'll uncover your top hidden stressor and get my free guide, The Menopause Stress Fix, sent straight to your inbox. Head to cindistickle.com/quiz or click the link in the show notes. If you're doing everything right, but still feel like a mess, this quiz is your next step. All right, let's get back to today's episode. Okay, that 6 a.m. HIIT class followed by a full workday, followed by cooking dinner, followed by lying awake at midnight. That used to be called productivity. Now it's called cortisol overload. And your body is quietly, or not so quietly, trying to tell you, I need something different. And the problem is, most of us have never learned how to rest in a way that actually helps. We either white knuckle through the day or we crash on the couch with our phones scrolling, which, by the way, is not rest. That's just a different kind of stimulation. And true rest is active recovery for your nervous system. Okay, so I want to break this into two parts. Why rest is so important, or it's so hard in perimenopause specifically, and what rest actually does for your hormones and your metabolism. So when progesterone drops, which happens early in perimenopause, you lose one of your body's natural calming agents. Estrogen protects, progesterone calms. Okay, so progesterone is actually neuroprotective. It helps quiet the nervous system. It supports GABA, G-A-B-A, right, which is your brain's settle down chemical. When that goes, a lot of women notice they feel more wired, more anxious, more restless, even when they're exhausted. And this is why you can feel bone tired at 9 p.m. and then lie awake until 1 a.m. with your brain running through your to-do list, old conversations, random worries about things you can't control. And that's not anxiety disorder. That's a drop in progesterone doing what it does, right? So rest gets harder right when you need it the most. And of course, that's cruel irony. And so here's what I want you to understand. So when your body is in a stress response, even a low-grade chronic one, cortisol is elevated. And the elevated cortisol does very few specific things that make perimenopause symptoms worse. It raises blood sugar. It suppresses your thyroid function. It interferes with the sleep-wake cycle. It competes with progesterone. And it signals your metabolism to hold on to fat, especially around the midsection. Hello, I've talked about this all the time, fight or flight, right? And so rest, which is real deliberate rest, is one of the most direct ways to lower that cortisol response. So when you give your nervous system a true break, you shift out of fight or flight and into a state where repair can happen. Hormones can communicate properly, blood sugar stabilizes, and sleep improves. Rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is what makes everything else work. So what does this actually look like? Because I know some of you are sitting here thinking, okay, but how? So here are a few simple shifts. So one would be to protect a genuine low stimulation window each day. Okay, this doesn't have to be long. Even 20 minutes where you're not on your phone, you're not working, you're not solving something. Just being. Reading a physical book, sitting outside, taking a slow walk without your earbuds in. Okay. 2, stop treating exhaustion as a willpower problem. When you're crashing at 3 p.m. or falling asleep on the couch at 8 p.m., your body is sending a signal. That signal is not weakness, it's biology. Start getting curious about it instead of pushing through. And 3, audit your recovery to output ratio. Yes, a little math in there. Most women I work with are outputting constantly at work, at home, for their kids, their parents, or partners, and recovering almost never. That ratio has to shift. Not dramatically, but meaningfully. Okay. And 4 would be sleep is the non-negotiable. I know that we'll dig into this more in other episodes, but I want to say this very clearly. Prioritizing sleep in perimenopause is not a luxury. It is a treatment, 7 to 9 hours in a cool, dark room with a consistent, wind down routine. That's where a lot of the real repair happens. You hear this all the time about your skin repairs itself overnight. So that's why you wash your face at night. Yeah, your whole body does a lot of repairing. And so that's why you need sleep. And so here's what I want you to walk away with today. Rest is not what you do when you've done enough. Rest is what makes you capable of doing anything at all. And I say this all the time. Rest is not a reward. Okay? You need it. So don't bargain with yourself and say, well, I did this so I can get rest. No, because pretty soon if you don't rest, you'll end up in the hospital. Just saying. Okay? Because of your nervous system. So if you've been feeling like you can't slow down, like your body won't let you relax, like there's always something pulling you back into go mode, that's your nervous system in a stress loop. And you can get out of it. It starts with giving yourself actual permission. Okay, not someday, not after the project's done, the kids are settled, the house is clean. Now, okay? And I have my perimenopause morning reset, which is a great starting point for this. It's a free guide to building a morning routine that supports your nervous system from the first 30 minutes of your day, because that controls how you are later in the day. Okay. I will have a link in the show notes. If you are ready to go deeper to really understand what your body needs right now and to build a plan around it, you can book a menopause hormone clarity call with me. I'll also have that link in there, and we can chat and see if one of my programs is a fit for you. Okay. So again, rest is not a reward. So go get yourself some rest, and I will be in your headphones next week. Thank you for tuning in to It's Not Just Menopause. I hope today's episode gave you real clarity about what's actually going on in your body and reminded you that it's not just your hormones, and it's definitely not your fault. If you found value in this conversation, make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle Nutrition, or head to cindystickle.com for more resources and personalized support on your menopause and midlife health journey. Until next time, keep questioning what you've been told and trust that your body is not broken. You just need the truth and the tools that actually work.